All right, so mobilize a little bit. We're going to drop down to our knee. Okay, this front knee we're going to push forward. We're going to work on mobilizing our ankles first. Front heel is going to stay stuck to the ground. At the same time, I want you to think about pulling your belt buckle up to your chest. So you get a simultaneous stretch through your back hip flexor, maybe through that quad a little bit as well. So pushing the front knee forward, belt buckle up towards the chest. And then we're going to reverse back and sitting into a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. And I want you to focus this front foot on gripping the ground, kind of pulling into the ground with those toes. You should get a stretch through the back of your, or the front of your ankle, depending on which way you look at it. I'll just reverse back and forth through those. Knee goes forward, belt buckle comes up, and sitting back, gripping the ground with those front toes. And one more time, knee goes forward, hips go back, and switch. All right, so again, I think most of you were with equipped here just a few minutes ago. So we won't spend a whole lot of time in our warm-up, but just in case you weren't, we will still get you prepped and ready for some flow, some strength flow, promoting mobility and strength all in one class. What a deal. All right, last time, hinging back and relax. Let's bring that up to standing position. So we're going to do a little bit of a lunge kind of situation. We're going to drop into a forward lunge. Instead of putting this back knee down, I want you to just pull that foot through into kind of a low walking lunge and just reverse and back up. All right, doing that again, stepping forward with my left, pulling my right through, hanging out into this above kneeling position. This is still a free knee, and just reversing through that. All right, give me 2 more times on that side. Getting those quads ready to work. Good. Once you get all 4, I want you to go for the other side. Stepping forward that other foot first. I want you 4 times on that one. Staying low. Try and keep your shoulders at a consistent level as you go through this. 4 of them. All right. Nice and juicy, right? All right, so let's talk about our first flow. So I'm going to start facing this way. This might work best. Go in this direction, if not. All right, so we're going to go through this relatively slow, then we'll kind of pick up speed and do it for real at the end. So I want you to start in your primal position. So your hands and knees, lift those knees up off the ground. So you're on your hands and feet with free knees, okay? I want you to stick one leg out to the side, okay, and push your hips back towards your heel. All right, so you should get a little bit of a stretch in that extended leg. Your back leg, I'm going to have you pull through this triangle that you've created. All right, between your leg and your hand, you're going to pull that knee through into our 90-90 position. While we're in this 90-90 position, this is going to be kind of a transfer position or transition position. Transition position. That's the name of this series. Transition positions. Anyways, so this front knee is going to be kind of your North Star. So I'm going to have you use that as your guidance. I want your chest looking out past that front knee. So a lot of times we're going to be into this 90-90 with our chest between our 2 knees. All right. I want you to rotate that chest so you feel this back glute turn on and you feel that stretch through that back hip. All right. Shouldn't be very comfortable to sit there for a long period of time, but we just need to get out of this relaxed position and make this an effortful position and making sure that we are getting some mobility through that back hip. All right. Again, I say that because this position right here is going to be kind of blowing through it during this flow. So make sure that you take a second, you line yourself up before you transition through. Okay. Planting your outside hand down, front knee, North Star now becomes a pivot knee into a kneeling position. Okay? Wow, find your balance. Then we're going to come up. That back leg is now going to be a cradle. All right, so I have ankle on the front, knee around the back. I'm pulling this whole leg into my chest. All right, pull that into my chest. You can find some balance here as well. All right, I'm going to step this knee all the way back. Hand trails. So my hand right here is behind my foot. Now I'm in that good old world's greatest. I'm going to open that chest towards the knee. Hold that for a breath. This top hand is going to come to the outside of the foot. I'm going to kick back into a little bit of a hamstring stretch. I'm going to drop that back knee down. And I'm going to step it back. And now I'm in that beginning position. Other leg goes out to the side. We're going to do this all over again to the other side. Send my hips back. Sorry. Back knee is going to pull through that triangle into that 90-90. Remember your one thing about this position. Line yourself up with that North Star. Kickstand. Going into that kneeling position. Into that cradle. Alright, hold that cradle, find your balance. The leg goes back, hand follows through. Open up into world's greatest. Hand to the outside. Kicking back. Once you focus on bringing your toes to your nose, toes to nose. On that one, feel a real good hamstring right there. We're going to drop that knee down. Then we're back into beast. Alright, we're going to go one more time each way. Leg goes out to the side. Kick those hips back. Knee pulls through. Alright. Up and through. Into that cradle. Find your balance. Don't leave this position until you find that balance. Extended world's greatest. Hand to the outside, kicking back. Drop that knee down, reset. Alright, last time on your own pace. Do something you can manage. Find that balance. Alright, this is kind of your warm-up flow transition from the warm-up to the action. Alright, once you finish up that flow, take a minute to relax. Alright, feel pretty good on that one. Ready to move forward? Great. So, next one. It's going to be a little bit different, something we haven't really tried before. Excuse me, we're going to start on our back. Okay, feet are going to be down on the ground, knees are up. We're going to start with a bridge. Okay, so you're pushing down through your heels, lifting your hips up off the ground. Alright, this is a glute bridge position. So your glutes are your bum bums. You're going to make sure you squeeze that together as tightly as you can. That's the whole point of this exercise. Alright, so while we're holding that bridge, we're going to add a little bit of that, our world famous thoracic rotation. So I'm going to reach with my left hand here. I'm going to reach across my body over my right shoulder. I'm going to follow my hand with my gaze and reach here. So in this position, I should be putting a little bit more emphasis driving in my left heel, pushing into this bridge. Okay, so this is an active reach. I'm trying to keep my hips as square to the ceiling as possible. Rotating through my thoracic spine, through my chest cavity. Rotating onto that right shoulder, reaching with that left hand. Alright, I'm going to pull that back into my bridge, but I'm going to keep that bridge active. Alright, so your glutes should be now awoken. Okay? Now I'm going to reach with my right hand over my left shoulder. Same situation, I'm going to push a little bit extra with that opposing heel. Alright, feel that glute turn on. Roll back into that bridge. I'm going to keep this bridge active. Alright, here's where it gets either wild or it gets fun, whatever your situation may call for. So I'm going to pull my hands into my chest, alright, like I'm holding something very, very close to my chest, like my attitude about this class. So I'm going to start going to my right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift. You might want to watch me first on this one. But I'm going to work to roll to my right shoulder, extending my right foot. All right, I'm still in that bridge. All right, there's still space under my butt. As I rotate, I'm going to plant my toes down. I'm going to try to roll into a low plank. Wow, that looked cool, right? All right, so we're in that bridge position. I'm rolling to my right side, close to my chest, pivoting over, keeping those hips up off the ground. Okay? So I do not want to see those hips touch the ground at any time during that transition, or really any time during this whole flow. So I'm in that low plank. While I'm in that low plank, now I'm going to do a overhead reach. So whichever arm, I'm going to reach, hold for a breath. Back in, other side, hold for a breath. Back in. And then I'm going to go from a low plank, climb up into a high plank. Alright, from this position, I'm just going to push back into a loaded base, keep those knees up off the ground, back into that high plank, break myself back down, bring my chest to my arms, still keeping those hips up off the ground, roll back over that right side, left leg kicks over, back into that bridge. So notice my hips still do not touch the ground at any time during that. All right, you can go ahead and bring them down and relax. We're going to shift over so we can accurately show you the opposite direction. Okay, so now we're going to go for the left. So we're going to bridge those hips up. Your reach arm in the beginning here doesn't matter because we're going to do both sides. So I'm going to start with my left hand. I'm going to reach across with that right hand, or with that left hand, across. Back, keep that bridge active. Right hand across. Keep that bridge active. Bring it back. Okay. Hands come to that chest. I'm going to roll to my left side. So my left leg is going to go ahead and give myself a head start. Plant those toes. Roll myself over into that low plank. Alright. As we're in that low plank position, this comes to reach. Whatever hand you want to start with. You reach. Hold for a breath. Keep those hips up. And back. Other side. Reach. Strong core. And back. Alright, build myself up into that high plank. Sitting back into my loaded beast, give myself a little stretch. Back to high plank. Break myself back down. Bring my chest to my hands. I'm still holding an active plank. Roll myself over into that bridge and relax. Alright. So, hopefully you have an idea of what's going on, right? Now we're going to do that one for real. So we walked through it twice with a lot of explanation. Hopefully it wasn't too much explanation, was it? All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to try to stay up in that bridge the entire time. We're going to go 4 rounds of this. All right, we're going to go right, left, or left, right, whatever your priority is. One minuscule thing, if you really want to maximize your balance here, when we go from that low plank to that high plank. So if you notice, there is a hand that moves initially from that low plank. My left hand here is going to bear more weight, almost as a modified single arm push up as it goes to that high plank. If you really want to stay balanced and consistent in this, I want you to focus on that press up hand alternating each round. So easy way to remember it, if you're rolling to your right, press up with your right. Rolling to your left, press up with your left. Okay? So again, we're going to go 2 each way, so you'll be able to get 2 reps of each side on that press up. If you forget, not the end of the world. A couple reps isn't going to change a lot, but I just want you to be in that kind of mental state where you're able to know what you're doing, understand what you're doing, and feel yourself through this movement, rather than just listening and watching what I'm doing. All right? Take an active role in your exercise, take an active role in your fitness, and let's make this happen together, all right? So, we're down on our back. We're going to bridge up. All right, I'm going to go to my right side first. So I'm going to take that right hand, reaching across, and back. Left hand across. Remember, actively reach, and back. Tuck those hands in, roll to the right side. Low plank, reach, breath. Down, left hand, breath. down. Roll to my right, press up with my right. Load that beast. Back to plank, break it down. Chest goes down, rolling back over. Keep that bridge active. All right, opposite side, left side, right side, reach. Bring it back over. Rolling to the left side. Plank reach. Keep those hips stable. Keep that core very, very active. Roll to the left, press up with the left. Load that beast. And back. Break it down. Roll it back over. Now we're back to the start. Keep that bridge up. Alright, keep those hips up off the ground. I'm gonna let you float your own pace here. Alright, done this a few times. Should know what to expect. Just want you to be purposeful in these movements as always. Alright? Move with a purpose. I'm gonna go one last time to my left. So we finish up here, keeping that bridge high to keep those glutes active. A lot of core work from the front to the back. Let's go. Write this down. We got one last roll over. Keep that bridge up. Once you have a very firm foundation, and then you can lower yourself down and relax. All right. So we're gonna go one last one. This one's gonna be a little bit weird, but should be good, should be good. So I'll give you a chance to check that out. We got about 2 minutes left, so we're gonna have to go through this one a little quick. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna make this a little bit more simple than what I originally had, okay? So we're gonna go from a beast position. We're gonna load our beast, all right, kind of standard start. We're gonna front step. We've seen this before. We're gonna draw this knee up. We're gonna cross for a figure four. We're gonna work on that balance here, which I almost lost. We're gonna sit into a figure four. All right. We're gonna bring that back up, come back, and back to start. Okay. That's all it's gonna be right there. You're gonna get a little extra glute stretch in here, plus a little bit of balance. Okay. So, beast position, load that beast. Right side front step. Drawing up into your balance. Crossing, sitting into that figure four. I want you to sit here for a 3 count. 3, 2, 1. Back up and reverse. Boom. I want you to try to be relatively mechanical in this one. Alright, pausing at each position. Find that balance for 3, 2, 1. Come back up and back into those positions. Boom. Sitting for 3, 2, 1. Back up. And go one more each way here. Is it easier getting into that balance now? Should be pretty fluid, pretty mobile. And that's our goal here. Is make this feel as seamless as possible. Getting that 3-second hold. Back up, back down, reset, and relax. All right, just a quick one to finish it up. But that is all we have for you today, folks. If you want to hang around, I'll be here for a couple more minutes, ask any questions. Feedback-wise, if you guys and ladies like the style of this class, definitely please let us know. If you want to hold this class at a different time of the day, let us know, or a different length of time. So if you like this class at 20 minutes, we can keep it at 20 minutes, but we're in the phase of readjusting our Group X schedule. So if you'd like to see a little bit more of this class, 30-minute class or maybe a 15-minute class, let us know in the chat. Otherwise, we will see you next week. Have a good evening.